Today on AFF TV, we speak to AFF Federation Development Officer Hannah Kraakman about the game within the female space, and we also head to Paige Park to talk to Paige Satchell to see how she's feeling about being picked for the World Cup. See you in a bit. I've got AFF Federation Development Officer Hannah Kraakman in the studio with me today. So Hannah, at the start of the year, the Girls and Women's Week event was actually quite a big hit. Can you just talk us through how that went?
Yeah, it went really well. So we had engagement from over 15 clubs in the AFF region, as well as involvement from national team players. So that includes football ferns, futsal ferns, age group representatives from futsal and football, and also AFF representatives. So we had those national team players coming down to the events and getting engaged with the girls, so having a kick around with them on the field, signing shirts and taking photos, and I think that was one of the big hits from the week for the young girls involved.
Yeah, and the game within the female space is growing immensely across not only Auckland but also New Zealand. So can you just tell us on your own thoughts, like how do you think we can keep this going?
Yeah, so I guess one of the ways you could keep improving and growing the game is through engaging the players themselves. So by engaging them, we can find out what they actually want from the sport to keep them playing and retain them for the future. For example, at the end of last year, we ran a girls event and we asked them some questions, and one of the questions was, why do you play football? 47% of the responses were to do with social and emotional factors, so that includes making new friends and playing with friends.
Yeah, and recently the Fern squad was named for the World Cup. From an AFF perspective, we've got 4 recent National Women's League representatives. Onehunga sports midfielder Katie Duncan was also named. So do you feel that these players could be huge role models to the younger generation coming through?
Yeah, definitely. I guess the younger girls are going to be seeing these strong, determined female athletes on the world stage. Just seeing them on the world stage is so inspiring for these young girls. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal and pretty special. Awesome,
thanks for that, Hannah. Up next, we head to Paige Park to speak to Paige Satchell about how she feels on her place at the World Cup.
2 years ago, I ruptured my ACL. I was playing actually a game for Three Kings when I was in a tackle and pretty much just felt my knee pop out of place. I wasn't too sure what had happened. I did go see my physio pretty much straight after. We knew some ligament damage had been involved, but not entirely sure, so I kind of went home just a bit worried, like I didn't really know what was in stake. But yeah, I went to see the doctor a couple of days later and pretty much told me 99% chance that I had torn my ACL, and then had a scan to confirm that the next day. It was a challenge. It's a hard thing for any football player to undertake such a serious injury. I think a key thing for me was to just keep positive throughout the whole thing and just take every success and milestone as they came, whether that be getting introduced to running or jumping for the first time post-surgery. But yeah, it was a challenge. It takes a lot of hard work to come back from a serious kind of injury and get back to the player you were before. But I did definitely have a lot of support from New Zealand football and my family along the whole process, and yeah, I'm really excited to now be named in my first FIFA Women's World Cup, and it really makes all the hard work really worth it.
That's it for today's episode of AFF TV. Tune in next week for a new episode. Ka kite, we'll see you later.